like.
And we're back, people. Deluded. I'm back again. We've got Zara in the building. Happy 2026, my boy. Hope festivities were great for you. And you're in London, man. What are you saying?
Mic check. You hear me?
You're good, man. You're good on my end.
Perfect,
You're good.
perfect. I was nervous about that. I got a janky setup, as you alluded to. I'm in London. You can see from the background my niece's old room and all that. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna come through smoothly, but we're here, bro. How you doing, man? It's good times being in London, man.
Times.
It's nothing but good times.
And you're hyped up, man. Do you know what?
Yep.
Yeah. Obviously, you're the guest. We're here for your thoughts, man. Everybody knows my thoughts. Like, I'm gonna try and navigate the conversation. But before we get into Arsenal and all of those things, I have to ask: how's the United Kingdom treating you, man? What have you made of it? I know you've been here 1-2 times. Like, what have you made of it? What have you been up to, man? What food have you tried in that?
It's been good, man. So the festive. So I got a lot of family out here. I got a lot of family. The festive season, unfortunately, is when we play a game every 3 days, and we've had the majority. Actually, since I've been here, the majority of them have been home, except for the Bournemouth game. So I've been every 2-3 days. I'm at the stadium. Then I went out to Somerset to go visit one of my cousins that lives in Pilton. And where else have I been? Mainly at around. I kept it mainly local, except for the Somerset trip. But it's been hectic, man. Right after this, I'm heading to Shoreditch for dinner and all that. Then, of course, Thursday's the game. Tomorrow, I'm in Cambridge. It's been a good time, man. Reviewing food. The food's been great.
You're touring the world, man. What's been the best and worst food? I'm intrigued.
So what have I loved so far? So I've kept it local. I'm out in the Orpington area, St. Paul's Cray, St. Mary Cray area. So I'm eating mainly out of here. The best thing I've had so far is probably the kebab up by Copman. My aunt
Can't go wrong with a kebab
down the road from over there. So the kebab joint. I don't know. Apparently, you can only eat kebabs here after dark and at the bar and all that. I had it for lunch. People were making fun of me for that, and but it's been good, man.
Is there anything you haven't liked, or anything that's weirded you out? Not even weirded you out, but it's
what? I just did
in America.
So I just did Marmite. I just did a Marmite on. So apparently, you're meant to do it on toast. I did it on regular bread and no butter. Marmite is absolutely the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life, bro. That stuff is.
They literally say you either love it or hate it.
It smells. So getting over that hurdle first, is tough. And then once you actually take a bite of it, it's the absolute worst. That was terrible. The other thing that I struggled with a little bit because of the look of it, that's the thing. English food, what I'm noticing is English food does not look good. So mushy peas, I had some mushy peas like last week or so. That did not look good at all. I went for pie and mash. I did it the proper English way with the
can't go wrong with that.
With the liquor sauce, I believe it's what it's called. That shit did not look good, but apart from that, everything has been excellent, bro. The meat here is better quality than in America, because I mean there's more rules in regards to juicing up your animals and all that. So it's been tastier, it tastes healthier, no aftertaste. Same thing with the sodas, less. So the theme is less sodium, there's way less salt in foods, there's way less sugars in like the drinks and stuff. So like, for example, your Fanta here is actual orange juice that's been carbonated, whereas our Fanta in the States is a soda, is some sort of whatever the hell they put in the sugars, the high fructose stuff to emulate actual orange. So everything's been better here food wise for the most part.
Would you make
tasty
it
in America, but you can feel it, and I can feel my stomach is more stable here, and even the veggies. Bro, I was even impressed by the veggies at McDonald's.
You eating vegetables in McDonald's?
Well, on the burger, the tomato on the burger, the lettuce.
I was about to say, you're going down the burger way.
We get some dead veggies and the dead tomatoes and all that on our stuff. So
what's the portions been like as well, Zah? Because I always find that intriguing. In America, it looks mad.
Portions are way smaller here, which is why, I mean, not everyone over here is like 500 pounds or however many stone that however many stone that equates to. So that's been great. I've been part of the clean plate crew for every single place that I've gone because portions are decent, except for the kebab joint. They went overboard, man. But it's been
Yeah, they
awesome,
give
man.
you
It's been
bear,
great.
bro.
It's been great. Yeah, way too much. And the thing is, the guy was a Gooner. So, oh, whoopsie. What the hell did I? Oh, it's still there. The guy was a Gooner and he
Mm.
saw me. So he's like, oh, you know what? And he's like, I want you to try everything. He had seen that I was doing the videos and all that. So he gave me
He gave you the
rice.
full.
Yeah, the rice, the salads, the naan bread, the kebab meats right off the thing. It's been good, man. It's been great.
I hope you had all the sauces, the chili sauces, the burger sauces, and the rest
Yep.
of it, man.
Yep, he put three of them. There was like a white one, there was a red one, and I
Garlic.
believe there was like a green one, I believe.
There is a
But
green
it's
one.
been
For the life of me, I can't remember the name, but we've got a lot of sauces, man. Good to see you enjoying it,
yeah,
man.
it's been great, man. It's been great. I don't want to leave, but unfortunately, I got to go back.
And what's it like being at? Obviously, before I get into specifics about the games and that, what's it been like? Obviously, you being at the Emirates. Obviously, you've been before, but there's obviously people that are in a situation like yourself where they're living wherever and they're not really at the Emirates. So, what has it been like being at the Emirates or being at football stadiums here as well, man?
So there seems to be a better. So I was here last year for the same period. The atmosphere at the Emirates this year, especially, I highlight the Aston Villa game, has been night and day better than it was last year. I don't know if it's because people are believing, which rightly so. People should be believing right now, but it has been buzzing, bro. People are getting behind the team. It's it's such a vibe. It's like you go there pregame, especially for some of us that if we come in from far, we don't, we only have a short period of time to see and watch the team and all that, man. It's been nice. I've been getting to the stadium each game day. I get to the stadium like 2-3 hours before. I soak it in. So like last, I think it was the Villa game. I was like in the Tollington for like 2-3 hours. Then straight from there, walk to the
You're doing it properly,
stadium,
man.
singing the Red Army, bro. It's been a vibe, bro. It's been awesome. The vibe has been incredible, and it's due to what's going on the field. It's due to what's going on the field. So I can't complain, man. This time has been way better. This is why I don't want to leave. And it seems to me like I'm the lucky charm because I 100% record.
I keep it up. You know what? We might have to take your passport, man. You might have to stay
That's
here.
what
We
I'm
need any
saying.
bit of luck we
That's what
can
I'm
get,
saying.
my boy.
Even including the ones last year, including the games last year, I haven't seen a loss at the Emirates.
Yeah, you're not allowed to go back to America. Forget
Not
all the
even a draw.
Barstool malarkey. You're staying here now, blood.
Oh, pull my
Get
arm,
this man a
please.
season ticket.
Pull my arm, man. It's been great though.
I got to ask you as well, yeah. Obviously, Arsenal's one thing, and I promise people we're going to get into that. If you've got any questions, make sure you're getting it in. Again, in terms of Czar's content, make sure you're following him. Everything's in the description at the Midget Zimbo. If you're too lazy, type that in on everything that you've got. It will be there, yeah. But Arsenal's one thing, yeah. Me and you, we talk off camera. We talk here about Arsenal. What have you made about other clubs? Because for me, yeah, I think the last couple of game weeks have been amazing. Obviously, we've been doing our job. Spurs are just being Spurs. Chelsea have just sat their manager. United are effing up. Obviously, City have dropped some points and they've actually got some injuries. Like Liverpool as well had a draw. Like, what have you made around other clubs? And especially where you look at Aston Villa and City, with what's going on there, do you believe it's our title to lose then?
You know what? I'm trying my hardest not to get too far ahead of ourselves, bro. But for some reason this year it feels like things are just falling our way. It's they need to keep going that way in that direction.
Yeah, 5 more months.
As of right now, it just seems situations, though unfortunate, some situations are fortunate, some situations are unfortunate. We're getting a crap Chelsea team doing us a favor. That's a fortunate situation. Some teams are struggling in terms of
as well.
Yep, Sunderland too. Yep, helped us with that. Some teams have helped us with results too, and those teams have helped us with results, and then things are happening to other people's squads, which are unfortunate. But I mean, we've had to deal with situations like that in the past.
Got sympathy for them.
Exactly, which is I have zero because I was told there's no excuses. There is absolutely no excuses. I've been getting told that for the last 4 or 5 years, and I completely agree. There's absolutely no excuses. We have done our part to actually address our situation to put us in
Exactly.
this good situation. And the things that are happening around us. I mean, there's a guy over there in the north that all of a sudden changed. He's like, oh, this season I only want to play with 13 players. I only want to do 14 players. And it's kind of it looks
Calm
like
a
it's
bit
kind
him
of
on
biting him.
the backside.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's biting him in the butt, man. So everything, honestly, which is weird, Deluded, because this never happens to us historically. That's why people out there on the internet run these stupid ass, the brainless. Sorry, I wish I could swear. I'm in my aunt's room, but I can't. So the brainless idiots on the internet running these stupid ass agendas. Oh, bottle jobs, what? It wasn't that. It was unfortunate things happening. Now they're happening to the other teams, and now you see them crying. They're like, oh, Arsenal this, Arsenal that. So it's been weird. It's been a weird season where that's why I said I'm trying my hardest not to get gassed. But bro, it seems like every little thing is somewhat falling our way.
So what's stopping you from getting gas then? Obviously, I know, you're quite a logical person.
Yeah.
I think you're like me in that obviously when we win, we're excited, we're going to do this, but then we look at it from an analytical point.
Yeah.
But purely being devil's advocate then, like if it looks like the stars are aligning, if we haven't hit full flow as an Arsenal team and we've been dealing with injuries and all of these things from August to now, still in with a chance, got a nice points gap. What's holding you back from getting gassed and them things there?
Partially PTSD. Partially
Yeah.
PTSD because the our problem we've addressed. Our problem we have addressed. The usually our main problem was our squad depth. One guy could take out could derail our entire season. But guess what? We've had like constantly this season up until now. Well, up and now it's gotten better, but constantly this season we've had like 5 to 9 guys out.
Literally from the first game of the season when Kai went down, there's been someone.
5.
Now, who's actually not been injured?
It's been in and out. What's up? That's what I'm saying. Out of the entire lineup,
Raya, maybe Marino. I think even Marino had a knock.
Probably David Raya. Marino is probably the other one that hasn't, but everyone else. Saka's been injured. Martinelli, Trossard, Gyökeres, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Calafiori, Rice,
Zubimendi, Odegaard.
Zubimendi, Odegaard. I mean, it's every single, and also our
Trossard
guys,
even as well.
Trossard, yeah, all our squad guys. So it's weird, man. It's weird, and now it looks like, which is what I was. We've had this discussion, Deluded, a month or so ago, where we were both highlighting. We're like, look, these idiots online are they're running their own thing, but what they don't realize is this is when we are at our worst. We're at our worst right now, and we were still picking up points, top of the league. Now everybody's getting healthy. We almost have a full squad, bro. Cats like Nwaneri. Nwaneri can't even make the 18.
Can't buy a game, yeah. Can't buy a game.
The next one out, because guess who's coming back? Kai and them are coming back out. Lewis Skelly's not going to be in the match day squad.
We haven't seen Eze for years, it feels like.
Yeah, Eze, yeah. It's an incredibly weird situation to be in as an Arsenal fan, but it's awesome. Because I mean, I'm not used to having all 23, 24 guys, and these are 23, 24 guys that are very capable. Every single one of our players now are capable. The level dropping, the drop of level from the starter in each and every position to the guy that fills in, or even the third guy in certain positions, there's not that much of a level drop. I mean, I thought, for example, I'll use what's his name as an example, because I didn't know him. I haven't seen him. I don't care about what he did for Brentford. I had no idea. So, you get a little worried.
Another one that can't really play games like that.
Each time he's come in, but he hasn't put a foot wrong. I mean, we've thrown him at center back, we've played him in midfield, and he's shown up, which is it's crazy, man. And I mean, we had been lacking this. So it's incredible to have it now. And I am just, because of course you can never predict the future. Disaster can happen, Deluded. We can, though the chance may be unlikely, it still can happen. 11 guys can go down in one game. That's why I always say, yes, if you ask me logically, who do I think is going to win? I think Arsenal is going to win, but dropping the level, it's going to be crazy. Chat, get your questions. Yeah, get your questions in chat. But yeah, no, I've been very, very, very happy with what's been going on with Arsenal, man. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. So like even the game, this last game, Bournemouth, I mean, Declan Rice doing the double. It's been absolutely awesome, man. But yeah, nah, I've been nothing but happy. I wish I could see the chat to see what you guys are saying. Nothing but happiness on my end.
Oh, had
And
to open my door
I
quickly,
feel
man. But
great.
where
No,
the
that's all good. It's all good. I was waffling. I was waffling.
no,
I didn't
man,
know where I
no,
was
man.
going. Like,
Bro, you're the
I just
guest.
kept
We're
on
here to
waffling.
hear your thoughts, man. Like
I
you're the
just kept
gaffy.
on waffling. I just kept on waffling. But it's all smiles, bro. It's all smiles.
I wanted to ask you before I ran to my stairs down the stairs, and I can't lie, I'm out of breath. Good thing I'm not a footballer. I wanted to ask you about Eze, man, because I make you right in that. Obviously, damn, we've got a big squad and whatnot. It feel on one hand, I look at it as like, yeah, we've got depth. A man that got a hat trick can't really buy a game, and he has played a lot, but he's not really got football of late. But some people are like, oh my god, it's over for Eze. What have you made of Eze not getting any minutes recently?
I haven't made too much of it. We're in a situation now
Yeah.
where the squad is huge. It's a big squad. Arteta does have his preferences. People act like that's a thing, right? The problem nowadays with modern day football is the only thing that counts is what you've done yesterday. But when you now take a step back, when you take a step back and actually look at the big picture, it's not an event. The season is accumulation of games and points, right? If you take a look back, minutes wise, he still has more minutes. He still has more time on the field than the guy that's been playing the last 4 or 5 games where people have been moaning that I haven't seen his. You know,
They
so
were talking about resting Eze a few weeks ago and saying, oh, he's played
that's
a
what
lot of games.
that's what I'm saying. Deluded. We were. I was about to say that we were in a situation last season where we it had to be the first 11 playing every single game to keep the level up. But as he's come in, he won us the North London Derby, comes in and out. He plays here and there, played the minutes, and it's we got to get used to this rotation. I get that there's certain people that people are tribalistic. That's the thing. People are tribalistic with the
Tell
players.
me about it.
I don't care. I do not care. Saka, as long as you have an Arsenal shirt, you are the same as everybody. Saka is the same as whoever number 23. Saka is the same as Marino, is the same as whatever, is the same as whatever. So whoever
Earn
is
your
on the
place.
field, I still support. So it's actually been nice. For example, Saka ran him ragged. We ran him ragged last how many years?
Him, Kai
Now we're in
Havertz, Gabriel Magalhaes, Ben White, we
yeah,
ran them into the ground. Now with Madueke, we're
Timber.
rotating in and out,
You
and we
see
obviously dealt
now
with business against Sunderland.
Saka's been able to sit on the bench for the was last game. He's been able to come off early in the 60th minutes and all that. He never used to do that in the past.
Remember, City came
And
off the bench, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Yeah, City too, and the level hasn't dropped. Saka wasn't there. Madueke was doing a madness the whole first half. I mean, then again, Saka set up Rice's second one. He came on at 65, and
But this is why you need the squad.
But Madueke on the side for the first 65 minutes was doing a mad thing on the thing. So it's
Can't lie, Madueke, you was probably of the summer signings, you was probably the one where everyone was like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Now, granted, where Madueke is concerned, yeah, like his reputation, obviously he's a household name relatively in football, but like we were singing and dancing, rightly so, and we believe in Eze. We were dancing for Gyökeres. I was intrigued by Zubimendi, but everybody kind of knew about him because obviously he's played for Spain and whatnot. Mascara was an unknown entity, but of that, the household kind of names to the traditional football fan, I think Madueke is probably the calmest one. As I said, expectations adjusted. Nobody looking at him to be a talisman. I still think the jury's out on Gyökeres. Still think it's out on Eze. But as you said, we're back in the boys. And if our form was inconsistent, like Man United's, and Arteta was playing the same 11, then I think there's obviously you have to rotate. But then I think there's validity in the claims of why isn't Wanyeri playing? Why are you doing what you're doing with Eze? Yada yada yada. When we're getting results, you don't really have a leg to stand on in that regards. Obviously, when it comes to resting and fatigue, but it goes back to what you said at the beginning. Like, as much as Arsenal fans have cried about, oh, we need depth, we need different options, they act brand new, and everybody's a fan of depth until unpopular decisions. Like, if you like,
until your favorite player is put on the bench.
Exactly,
until your favorite player, your new so-said star boy hasn't been in the 18 squad for the last 2-3 games.
And we're trying to win a title or
he hasn't been coming on. Yeah, so I as long as the team is winning, for me, Deluded, the number one thing is that Arsenal is winning. Arteta's job is to manage the squad and all that. If when he starts losing, then I'll start looking into, oh, okay, these guys and all. But I have no leg to stand on because Arteta's delivery is in Alcatraz. I have no leg to stand on because Arteta's delivering.
Free him, free 1 year every month.
And also, I mean, it's that's the problem with modern day football now with social media and all, bro. Back in the day, 18-year-olds, people crying for an 18-year-old to start. That was
if your name's not Seston Rooney and them, man. As much as I like Wanyeri, and I think he should be getting more minutes, tranquillo a bit. Because the same way, if Arteta dashes him in for 5, not even 5 games, yeah. I'm not saying he shouldn't get more minutes, but you know, there's a small section of football fans, and relating it to our club, yeah, they live in La La Land. Eze needs to get dropped. He's not taking his chances. Eze gets dropped. Oh, why he's on the bench? There's a lot of people that are crying for Wanyeri to start, yeah, or start a game, and he's gonna come on, and he's probably not gonna have the most amazing of game because he's not fit and firing and sharp. They're the first ones to say, oh, that's why he should be on the bench, etc. We act brand new. Don't get twisted. I understand the claims to go out on loan, but we're trying to win something this year. Everyone's feelings come second, man.
On the Eze thing, you got to understand too, the guy is a new player. He is a new player. He's moving into a team with a new system. He came after preseason. He didn't have a preseason. That's when you work. That's when the actual training happens. You don't train when you're playing games every days. It's all about recovery. The training and the tactics are done in preseason. He didn't have that. He's coming into a new team. So, you know, you got to ease these guys into this situation. And then and then when it happens to somebody that's thrown into the fire, coming into a new system like Gyökeres, people, then now I'm telling people, I'm like, yo, relax. The goals will come. The guy is no preseason. He's been having players in and around him. Tell me when Gyökeres has worked with the same number 10 for 5-6 games in a row. He hasn't.
I hope it happens with Odegaard, because Odegaard
hopefully now things are somewhat settling.
We actually were trying to find Gyökeres in the last game, and obviously Odegaard's been doing his thing last 3-4 games. So I hope it comes.
I have beef with Odegaard, but
how?
So you know,
what did Odegaard? Odegaard's been forcing the last 3-4 games.
So he's been good. He's been great. He's been great. Performed. I mean, he scored. When did he score? He scored Brighton. Was Brighton, right? He scored the Brighton. Yeah, Brighton. He scored. He's assisting and all that. But it's just to unlock the Gyökeres situation. Again, my beef with Odegaard is he hangs out with the right back. He hangs out on the wing with the winger. He hangs out with the he picks up the ball in the number 6 area. Number 6 area. He even goes deeper and picks it up at the center back area kind of deal. He drops to get into the space. Bro, look at that Declan Rice goal, right? Look at that Declan Rice goal. That happens if I forgot who got you close to. Was it Zubimendi that knocked it over to Gyökeres when Gyökeres was marked by 5 guys? Gyökeres was marked by those 5 guys. Zubimendi knocked it over into him, and it was because who then squared it to Rice? Was it Martinelli? I think it was Martinelli that squared it to Rice. It was because of the Gyökeres run where he knocked it down to Martinelli, and he was close. He was the one that was able to square it to Rice, and he hits it and he scored. So what I'm saying is, Odegaard, if you get closer, if you play and get closer to Gyökeres, those little knockdowns, because no defender is getting the ball clean with Gyökeres around. He is a big body. He is strong. He will shift you. He will shift you like no other striker. Well, no, let me not say no other striker. He will shift you. So you're bound to pick up second balls. You're bound to pick up second balls, and then you find Odegaard dropping deeper and all that. Brother, push up, get closer to the striker. You'll be eating good if you get closer to Gyökeres.
Let me ask you this though, yeah, but like, are you concerned about Gyökeres? Because I think in the last 2 games, obviously he hasn't scored. I think he's played all right. I think we all know where we're at with Gyökeres. You do all the other things demanded of you. You work your socks off. There are some things you could do better, but it's games where you haven't scored. Now, I believe, yeah, that people are bringing like the outside noise about how they feel into Gyökeres into every game, where granted these things are valued. We want my man to score goals, but isolated to the 90 minutes, it's not really a thing. It's like, are you beginning to worry about Gyökeres, or are you just accepting at this moment like it is what it is?
I'll tell you what my worry with Gyökeres is. It's not everyone else's worry. Everyone else's worry is about the goal scoring side of things. I'm not worried about that. My big worry that the goal scoring side of it, we'll figure it out. That will come as long as we're winning games. Again, games are won in multiple ways. Martinelli and Trossard. Martinelli and Trossard have been eating this season because that guy takes the two center backs, so they get actual
Especially
isolation
Trossard.
down there. So if our wingers do those runs, the diagonal ones, when Gyökeres is playing, you'll eat, and they've been eating, they've been scoring. My big worry with Gyökeres, my one and only worry, is his retention of possession. His retention of possession. Yeah, he'll knock it down and make it scrappy, and he'll earn fouls and all that. But the touch here and there is a bit heavy. There's situations where he's not getting the ball out of his feet. There was a run against Bournemouth where he went across the defender, but he couldn't get it out of his feet to actually strike the ball. So those little things,
the speed and decision making, basically.
His decision making is fine. It's more the more technical. It's more, I guess it's technical.
Does that worry you, Denzel? Because obviously you can sharpen up, yeah. But I can't lie, yeah. I remember saying it to you. One thing I liked about Gyökeres is I expect you to score them ugly goals. Whenever I say that about Gyökeres, visually, the FA Cup game against Man United and Liverpool comes to mind, where you just needed someone to score an ugly goal, or the Atletico Madrid kind of game. I wanted him to kind of do that. And I think when you look at him in Sporting, yeah, he's been having an ugly, respectfully, like he's been having an ugly first touch. And I just worry, yeah, at 27, can you really improve your technical aspects? That you're never going to be like Odegaard plucking it out the sky type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why I'm more like the speed of thought, darting across the runs, kind of accepting him for what he's good at. But based on what you said, like him being 27, like, and that the stuff around the first touch and the technical aspects, like, do you have like, can he improve that? Because I don't believe you can improve that dramatically at 27. Like maybe so at 13, if that.
So it's partially again. So that's not, so that might be part of the problem, but that's not the full story. Again, I allude to the Odegaard thing that I brought up a little earlier, where he likes to drop deep. If he plays up a little bit, that frees up Gyökeres even more. The problem is Gyökeres is having to wrestle multiple guys. Of course, your touch is going to be bad.
Gyökeres indirectly as well against Bournemouth.
What do you say?
Rice scored indirectly because of Gyökeres' movement.
Yes, the run where he drew the 5 guys. So you see exactly that situation.
And then the man governed the situation.
He's fighting 3, 4, 5 guys. Bro, I don't care. You could be Zidane, you could be Ronaldinho, you could be the most dribbling guy we've ever seen in our lives. If there's 5 guys surrounding you, they're gonna get the ball off you. So that's the thing, right? Is he's getting the balls in those situations where he has to be technically perfect because the guy is fighting two. He's fighting 2, 3 guys. What's his name? If Odegaard can get a little closer, or if we can play with a 10 that's a little closer to him, which is where I'm interested to see how Eze will fit into what we do. It will, it frees up the space. It frees up more space. It allows him more margin for error with those touches and all that. And we might see a little difference. So yes, the technical side of it, he's not perfect. He's not perfect on the technical side. Is he the most technical guy I've ever seen? No. But through minor little tactical adjustments, we can improve that situation for him. Yeah, we can improve that situation for him, where instead of having to deal with 2 guys because Odegaard's there, the other center back has to actually pay attention to Odegaard. You're now dealing with 1 guy, and that's easier to pin. 1 guy is easier to pin. It's just math. 1 guy's easier to pin than 2. So I'm not too worried. It's again, it's partially because we're winning. Maybe if we weren't winning games, then I would be way more critical about that and not like it way more. But it's rosy times, Deluded.
Where do you stand on Gyökeres having to force his own luck then? Because I do feel I'm not saying you're wrong, because you're definitely not wrong. Like, we can govern situations to get the best out of Gyökeres. I see a limited striker with limitations that we need to get the best out of. And I did like against Bournemouth how we were trying, in my opinion anyways, especially Odegaard, we were trying to find Gyökeres a lot more directly. But I do think it's getting a bit charity casey. Like, does Gyökeres need to force the issue a bit? And what I mean by that is, I know what you said about his first touch, but if you take a clunky first touch, roll your man, bang off a shot, you never know. Because I know it's not the best of examples, but remember earlier in the season, Leeds, where he had that great little run. And remember Liverpool away, he didn't come to anything, but he had that run of play. He obviously, I think it went to Martinelli. Martinelli took 20 years to find it, and it died. But I see little bits and pieces. Even Newcastle were like, how much does he need to start forcing his own luck now?
it's 1,000% on him. So I'm here defending him, but him as the person, that's how he should be thinking. That I have to actually start doing more. I myself have to do more, and forcing the issue more, as you alluded to. Now, do I think we bought a Thierry Henry? No.
Hmm.
There's only so much juice out of the squeeze, you can able squeeze out of an orange. But
Exactly.
is the do I think the whole orange has been squeezed? Absolutely not. Do I think there's more juice in that orange? Yes. Now it's for him to actually now squeeze and get that juice with the things that you're talking about. Force it a bit more. Yeah, I'll defend you. As long as we're winning, I'll defend you. And as long as you're that's the thing with him, with me, is everything else game wise is perfect. It's just now in the final third, the goal scoring part. Bro, we can't be having you strike the ball. We can't be having whiffing, taking little. There was a chance. I was yelling. I was in the clock in too, screaming. I was so angry because it happened on our end and I saw it. Was it Brighton? The Brighton game. Early in the Brighton game,
The
like
same effort into the
two,
goalie.
3 minutes, 2-3 minutes into the game. It comes perfectly. It's a sitting, bouncing ball that is bouncing right in front of him. Bro, he sides footed. Put your laces through it.
It might be a confidence thing with that.
How are you putting side foot to that? Put your laces through it. So it's those little things that confidence, as you alluded to, might have something to do with it. I mean, it's been a while since he scored. And let me tell you something, these guys are human. No matter how much
are emotional as
one
well.
of these no matter how much each and every one of these guys will tell you, oh, I don't know what's going on, I don't listen to what's going on. They know exactly what is
They're the
being
first to
said,
criticize themselves. They're
to them.
professional
Yeah.
athletes.
They know exactly what's being said on the internet about them and all that. And
Especially Gyökeres, because remember started the season when he was doing all of that. He definitely
boom, boom.
He definitely knows what time it is.
I mean, even if he's not on the internet, he has friends. His friends are going to talk about what's going on around him, kind of thing. So it's could that be affecting him too? Yes. So which is why this is where we need us. The haters, trust me, the haters, that's the only thing the haters have. That is literally the only thing the haters have. I was arguing, shout out to Dan Rappaport, my guy from Barstool. He's a Man United guy. I'm over here telling him that, your team is garbage. You just fired your manager. You're in whatever position you are. You're top of the league. You're top of the league and all that. We're top of the league. You're not. And this guy, all he has, his counter to me is, yo, what's going on with Gyökeres? He calls it Gyökeres.
He could be Gyökeres, but and maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. But last time I checked, Gyökeres is actually our top goal scorer in the Premier Champs, which is probably tells you there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're not happy necessarily with his contribution. Full stop. I think we can go up several gears. As you said earlier, the whole team ain't in final form, but especially the final third. That's why I actually feel in the last 3 games, not really Brighton, but definitely Aston Villa and Bournemouth, we have looked like we're finding our clinical edge. That's something that's been an issue in it. Like goals win games, and that's what we kind of need to do. So I do think there's light at the end of the tunnel. Before I ask you about Bukayo Saka, because I personally feel there's a lot of a mixed debate. I think people are doing too much. I think Saka's been great. I think you doubt him at your own peril. But I have to ask you this because Rob's asked a question and it kind of piggybacks off what we're talking about, innit? Zar, if all are fit, who is your preferred starter striker now? Rank them as well as you see them at this stage in the season. So I guess he's alluding to Gabriel Jesus, Gyökeres, Kai Havertz, potentially Marino if you want. And I'm being a bit silly, but maybe even the young player Harry Manus.
I remember
being silly,
I saw him. He was at the Ballers League. Shout out to him, man. That's my guy.
Big him up.
So here's the thing. That's a difficult question to answer, right? Because Jesus, they're all different players. They're all so it's a for me, it's a game by game thing. Jesus, I've been very surprised with how well he's done coming back from injury. He scored a couple, 2 or 3 goals.
It was nice to see him come off the bench and bag a was it against Villa? I'm sure it was.
Proper finish, side foot right into the thing. That
after Gyökeres has tied them up.
To give us 4-0 and all. So Jesus has done very well. I like him as the guy that if we need a striker that drops in, plays kind of that false 9. He loves to come pick up the ball, turn, and actually run at you. That's what I love about Jesus, the running at you stuff. Havertz, I haven't seen in a while. You know, we don't know what kind of Kai Havertz comes back from injury.
We're
That's
gonna
a
need to
major
give
injury.
him time, bro. Man ain't been here
Yeah.
since August.
Exactly. So I can't even judge him at all. I can't be going off data from last season. This ain't last season. This is this season. We've got new players in our team. We're playing a little bit different and all that. Gyökeres, it's just now more the goal scoring side of it. It's more the goal scoring side of it. Every other side of his game has been all right. Jesus, the press, he's affected us defensively. He's affected us defensively when he comes on. Whereas, you know, Gyökeres, I think our defensive solidness when he's on the field is higher. I mean, these stats guys can
They can tell us
argue with me on that and all that. But yeah, so it's the different needs for different games. These guys are playing very differently. So to rank them is tough. Goal scoring wise, right now.
Gun to your head, you're the manager. Who's your first choice, second choice, third, and fourth?
Goal scoring wise, right now.
If you had to start one for 10, no context, 10 games in a row, one of them has to start. Everybody's fit. First, second, third, fourth.
I'll go Gyökeres because with Gyökeres, right, even though he's not playing well, the two wingers are eating like no man's business. Whereas Jesus, he is playing well himself. He's bagged a couple of goals, but you know how positively is he affecting the guys around him? He's just come back from injury. I got to see more to actually see how we are playing with Jesus himself. But I am happy with his impact, with how ready and how hungry he looks coming back from injury. The Jesus just hasn't played enough for me to actually judge him fully. So as of right now, Gyökeres is the devil I know, and within our system, we're still kind of figuring out the kinks. Merino too. I mean, I would also consider Merino highly, very up there in the striker role in certain games. But I've also been enjoying watching him in midfield. We you know, with Merino on there with a bit more control. Yeah, the last few games he's come on.
To be fair, I think he did well against Brighton, but I was a bit.
Which is the games the last few games, which is the games that I was there. It's
to be fair, big him up for Bournemouth though, because it shocked me that he came off for Odegaard. I think he helped us see out the game.
Control. That's what I'm saying. Control wise.
Who was it? Was it Villa? I can't lie. I'm gonna whisper this, but I'm sure Marino's a lucky boy not to have got sent off in that game for a second.
When he pulled way up, it was Aston
Villa. I never saw it.
Down. Who spun him? And he rugby tackled him.
Yeah, I was thinking, what are they gonna get? Are they gonna do you for that?
It was Morgan Rogers that spun him. Got very lucky there. I mean, it's about time we got very lucky, bro, because we've gone and that's the thing. I don't care if we get lucky, we get lucky, because we've been burnt a lot of times by the referee. And when we were crying, nobody cared. So now that it's happening to us,
they told us get on with it, so we do that. Yeah,
I'm getting on with it. The referee didn't give him a card. I'm getting on with it. So Merino, control wise, I'm liking him midfield. If we need a cheeky goal, if we're in trouble, and you know we are getting touches in the box. In a certain game, we're getting into what we're able to penetrate the team better, and we're getting into the box in a certain game. Then in that situation, I prefer Merino, because out of our strikers, I think he's the best ball striker out of all our strikers. Actually, he might be the best
distinctive finisher at the moment of all the strikers.
He might be the best.
Obviously, Gyökeres got the CV, but in an Arsenal shirt, I ain't seen that, innit?
He might be the best ball striker at the club with Trossard. So in a situation where we can get the ball into the box and we can get shots off, then all right, play Merino up front. But I've been loving seeing him in midfield.
It's a techie one for me personally, Zal, man, because if everybody's fit,
what you not liking seeing about Merino, bro?
I'm just not a fan of Merino in midfield. Don't get it twisted. I'm more comfortable with Merino in midfield. This is gonna sound dumb, yeah, but I would rather, like, if we've got City and Sunderland, yeah, I'm more comfortable seeing Merino in midfield against City than I was Sunderland. I think when it's them matches against managers like Arteta versus Pep, I know you get them 9 times out of 10 in the league, but like them guys that that overthink, them geniuses, where it's more like a chess match.
That's Merino's style.
Yeah, that's Merino's bag. When it's them end-to-end kind of crazy games, and to be fair, he looked knackered against Aston Villa. When it's them end-to-end games, I don't think Marino's got the legs. I'm sure
Yeah.
statistically he does. He runs around a lot. But to me, as a
It's
novice
it's not
fan,
even it's not even
I'm
about
not
the
a fan
legs,
of it.
Deluded. It's not even about the legs. We just don't move the ball as fast with Marino in
Yeah,
midfield.
yeah. He's
Marino,
not you,
Marino,
but it's not his thing
Marino
in
is
it,
a
that tempo.
Marino's a what's it called? Marino will always take a touch.
Mm.
Marino is a
Plays
control
at his
kind of
own
guy.
pace, which is a gift and a
He
curse.
comes in exactly. Marino you bring on when you're up and you want to control the game, see the game out. He should be our closer in midfield. That's exactly what his role should be. Come on, if we go 2-3 up, 2-0, 3-0 up, inshallah, you bring on Marino immediately because guess what? No one. He's like Lewis Skelly. You can't get the ball off him. He will always take an extra
He knows
touch.
how to win
He
fouls as well, man.
he is
A very
he's
intelligent
dude,
man.
use the smartest footballer. He's the smartest one in the squad, if you ask me. You know, he takes extra touches.
Oh, Zubimendi.
I think
I know the
Marino
guy.
might be. I love Zubimendi. I love Zubimendi. He's another one. He's another one, bro. He's another one. That's
Him and
insane.
Odegaard have gone up. Like they've had
I
some
gotta
good
talk
games
about
of
that guy.
recent.
I gotta talk about Zubimendi. I really gotta talk about Zubimendi.
Say your thing, man.
What he is doing is insane. What he is doing is insane because
Zubimendinho.
he's just come in seamlessly. He's come into the most physical league on the planet, bro. When we
He's made
bought him,
everyone better. He's made this team
I
better.
I don't watch Sociedad. I don't care about what's going on in Sociedad and all that. But so when we bought him, I looked at him, and the first thing I said is, "We're gonna get eaten alive because this guy is too small at number 6.
I
Is
try
he
to
the
tell
one
you,
that's gonna be
man.
screening us there?" It proved me wrong.
His
We
demeanor
haven't
is
had
deceiving, man. He like I clocked that Sosha that is deceiving, like because he's not the biggest and he's got a smile on his face. Yeah, obviously I'm not saying he's a colossal physical midfielder, but he gets stuck to fucking. He loves to win headers. I actually, do you know what? I think
That's
if
what shocked.
anybody's rating him
That's
now,
what
you
shocked.
haven't seen anything yet. Like this man can get. You see what we're doing with Declan Rice, and he's doing everything, like going in the final third. That's the come from Zubimendi. I know he's chipped in a goal in that, but if the best Zubimendi level is level 10, genuinely, I think we're at level 4. I don't think we've seen anything in this first half of the season. I really rate him highly, man. Really rate him.
Unbelievable. He's just come in from a completely different league. I think he did speak the language. Zubimendi speaks English, right?
To be
It's
honest, I
just
don't know
language,
if
I
he
believe.
speaks English, you know.
Actually, you know what? So there it is. There's
I
another
don't know,
thing.
man. Just do your speaking with your feet, which you're doing.
And I mean, coming in and losing, we lost Partey, who was brilliant in that position. He comes in and it's seamless. That's crazy. So shout out to him. He has been incredible. He's been incredible. Smart defender. I am very, very impressed with him off the ball when we defensively is what I'm. So the Spanish guys are all those Spanish midfielders on the
They're
ball.
always gonna have tech and awareness.
You know what
all
they'll
that
give
stuff.
you. Exactly. It's more the defensive side that has really, really, really impressed me, man. He's done very well. A few challenges he's lost out, but yeah, that happened. Yeah, it's a physical coming into a physical. He shouldn't be playing as well as he is. Coming into a new league, and that's more physical than the Spain thing. You know how the Spanish guys cry about, oh, I don't have a vacation. This guy seems like he's my winter vacation is gone. I can't go to Gibraltar for 2 weeks or whatever, however long these guys are off. But it seems like he's up to speed with the physicality, which is awesome to see, man. Shout out to him. He's been incredible.
And you know what it is for me, Zara? It's more like because I think the broader conversation we've been having is you said it earlier and I say it once again, like we're not in our final form now. We've kind of been focusing on our new summer signings. The first half of the season we've done our thing. This is kind of where I need more players to kind of be what Trossard and Calafiori and until his first injury, Magalhaes and Timber really stand out, specifically my attackers. Odegaard, continue doing what you're doing. Rice, don't need to waste time on him. Zubimendi, the same. That's where I feel that's the most positive because I think they've been lukewarm. I have to ask you as well, yeah. Kind of going back here, bit of a twofold question. Before I ask the second part, obviously we were saying how it's nice. City have been dropping points and things, and you've indirectly answered this, but we've got 5 months left, yeah. Do you really think this is a healthy points gap? We'll take any gap we can get. We know we need to keep winning the games, but I think we've got a 6-point gap. God forbid, but if we lose our next 2 and City go win their next 2, it's flipped on its head. Like, how much stock do you take in that gap at this point in the season?
So I don't really the points. Of course, the points is what matters, but I'm not too focused on the actual numbers and that on the actual points gap and all that. It's more looking at the situation from a holistic from a holistic view, right? So, for example, right, we've got that gap that we have 6 points. I'm looking around. Our squad is getting healthier and healthier and healthier by the day, right? Inshallah, it stays, it stays that way. I'm praying it stays that way, that we get healthier and we stay healthy, because there's a lot of football. We're going 4 away games straight after this Liverpool game, where it's just different tournaments, different this, that. They're going to be piling up with the second legs and all that. So we
playing in every tournament this January, and we're actually going on the road in a bit for a while.
It is. That's what I'm saying. 4 away games in a row.
After Liverpool.
We're in the mix for everything still, kind of deal. And we're getting healthier. Whereas I am looking around, and it looks like our main competitors, not to read too much into the situation, but they're losing. They've lost their 2 center backs in one game, their 2 starting center backs in one game. How are they going to hold up with that going on into the future? Of course, they do have the financial resources to add to their squad.
Spent 200 million last Jan, probably spend more this Jan, isn't it?
And because of the antics they play, because of the antics they do at scholarship level, buying players at scholarship level, which then qualifies as their homegrown player, then selling them, the Liam Delaps, the Romeo Lavias, the guys that don't even come through the City Academy. They go in at that key stage just before you're locked in for homegrown rules. Morgan Rogers, those guys help them clear out their situation, their financial situation, to make them way more flexible, which is why they can bolster their squad, and they scream net spend, sell well, and all that nonsense, which is our next phase. Now we need to now focus on that stage, but that's a story for another day. They can buy who they want. They can buy who they want, Deluded. They can buy who they want. But I'm looking at.
Bear in mind, they loaned out centre half as well. That Victor Rice guy.
They just brought back one of the kids that they loaned from to Watford.
And he'll sit down for a couple of weeks and won't get a game.
Of course. So they can buy who they want. I've seen our situation where gelling ain't easy. So just because you've bought, it doesn't mean it'll work out, right? They have to get used to Pep's system. They have to get used to their teammates.
It takes a while to get used to that.
There it is. So Mark Gay, quality player. I think he's a very good player. Now, do I think he's gonna get to City and hit the ground running and play at Ballon d'Or level at center back? And so it's seamless where Ruben Diaz and Guardiola,
if he even gets that move, because Palace might as well hold on to him to the end.
There it is. And Gay, he comes in. It's who knows what will happen when he thinks. So I'm looking at that and saying, yeah, okay. 6 points is 2 games. I never lose track of that. 6 points is 2 games. We are going to drop points to do that. That's another thing that Arsenal fans.
That's what people don't understand. We're not going to win everything. Everybody's going to drop points.
Definitely going to drop points. Don't fall into this social media nonsense that they think that at a certain point where it's convenient for their clicks, they stop the season and they say it's over. The league is not won by I won it
in front of the other.
It's not won by I won it at the you have to win at the Etihad. You have to win at Old Trafford. You have to win at Stamford Bridge. You have to win at Villa Park. That's not how the league is won. The league.
Somebody said we're going unbeaten in the new year as well. Just said that.
The league is won by accumulating points. It's accumulating points. It's that number that matters. It doesn't matter where you win. It's how many points you have at the end of the season, which is May, the whatever. So people don't get too caught into, oh, we lost here, we lost to this person, we lost to. Just relax. One game at a time, accumulate points.
We've been in this situation before, like Rice said. Calm down, keep moving.
Calm down. And for points wise, to actually circle back to your actual question, do I think that's a healthy gap? You know what? I'm going to put my Homer hat on and be even more deluded. My brother, that gap is about to get big. That's what's going to happen.
You reckon?
Gap is about that, my brother. That gap is about to expand.
So 6 points now. What do you look at? Like, is it? Where?
I'm looking at the guys that are chasing us.
So you reckon they're losing tomorrow against Brighton?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I am saying your 2 center backs are out for 3 months. That's tough. That's tough to deal with, especially when you chose to go with a 15-man squad as opposed to a 25, which is what we beefed up to. That's tough to deal with. You've seen what, bro. we've had to play all 4 of our backup center backs in important games. At certain
A few
all
weeks
4 of
ago,
our
we had
backup
Nkapia
defenders.
and Timber as
Yeah,
centre halves, and Rice
my
was
brother,
right back, and
my brother
madness
Rice
was
was
going
there.
on.
It is. There it is. So can City now, with in the most physically demanding league, can they cope this second half of the season with that light of a squad? I don't know, man. Back in the day, they had a lot of players. The bench, you'd look at the City bench and you'd be frightened. Now, I don't know if I'm as frightened at looking at the City bench as I was a couple seasons ago when Grealish was on there, when big names were on there, big guys. Now it's academy guys. I see academy guys that I don't even know. Simpson, Poussey, and all those guys.
I mean, obviously, when we're thinking about the title, I think I'm guilty of it. You're kind of guilty of it. The fans in the chat,
Yeah,
big
I'm a
up you
fan.
lot.
I'm a fan. I'm deluded.
Yeah,
As your name
everybody's
says.
appreciate that, but everybody's kind of like guilty of it's Arsenal City. Where you look at the points, are Villa still in this for you? Do you
Very
rule
much
out
so.
Liverpool? Do you rule out
Very much
Liverpool?
so.
I'm
The
not
one-
letting Chelsea get ruled out of it, because when they drew against us, it was all amazing. After that draw, it's gone downhill. But you have to be dragged through the mud in this title race. Like, is it purely a shootout between us and City?
I actually think Villa will pip City, if you ask me.
What to
Yeah,
second?
that's
Like, come the end of the season, Villa will be second,
I
City
think-
third or something.
I think our
Liverpool.
main now, after bro, losing 2 center backs, losing your 2 center backs, starting center backs, is tough. I think our main chase is going to be Liverpool. Is going to be.
But they still got Ake. Stones might be fit. You can play Rodri as a centre half, depending on what you're going to do in midfield, and they can still buy something in January, whether it's Gyökeres or something else.
Deluded. I am fitter than Nathan Ake. They don't have Nathan Ake. I am fitter than Nathan Ake. That guy, give him 2-3 games. I mean, I'm not wishing this on him, but this is just the reality. This is what I've seen. This is history. This is data. It's I'm not saying I wish what's it called. Give that guy 2, 3, 4 games. He can't play 4 games in a row. His knees are gone already.
I feel sorry for him, because I think he actually would have left City if it wasn't for these injuries. Because he kept saying, "Oh, Ronald Koeman saying I need to play if I want to go World Cup." If you're City, you're not letting him go nowhere. I don't know for his contract, and you never know with Pep, but you're not letting him go nowhere. Let me ask you this, with this on screen, Firstly, would you without knowing anything, would you take a point against Liverpool at the Emirates on Thursday? And then secondly, to go back to big up Wade for this question, if we beat Liverpool, is the league over?
It's not over. The league ain't over. What would I take at the Emirates? I mean, we have to beat them, because it's just their stupid ass fans have just been yapping for the last year or two, however long they've been yapping. So I want to beat them. Realistically, just don't lose in this situation. I also have to respect the fact that form, yes, and all that. They're still
Liverpool, man.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's a big game. They still have quality players that it can click like that. They can turn. Do I think we're favorites to win the game? Yeah. Would I be shocked if Liverpool beats us? I mean, I'll be angry. Yeah. Is it shocking? No. They're still quality. They're champions. They're the reigning champions. The players
are going to crash out if we don't beat Liverpool, man. You know how Arsenal fans are.
I mean, they'll crash out because of the online. That's the thing, man. It's online is not a real place. In actual reality, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. The online people have to get clicks. They have to do what they got to do. They got to make fun of their friends, and it's all banter, it's all abuse and all that. But in actual reality, just win me points for this game. Win me points is what I'm looking for. I still have to respect that Liverpool is still Liverpool. They are the reigning champions. It can click in any second. I mean, they have quality players. That Ekitike guy is a quality player, bro. That's a guy that can win the game by himself.
Probably should have. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. But I remember when
I'm happy with Gyökeres.
It was mainly Gyökeres. I remember there was tentative links. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but he's looking like he was the number 14 for us, if I'm honest.
Yeah, who knows if it would have worked out as well as it did with Liverpool for us, but that's
true.
You never know, but they're still got quality. They got quality guys on there, bro. So we gotta be on our P's and Q's.
I'll be going into the Liverpool game. Yeah, obviously it can go either way, but I know you shouldn't be ruled by this. But I want revenge. I think we've competed against Liverpool home and away. Granted, they scored that great free kick, but I think we've been competitive. I look at their midfield. Obviously, Liverpool are a long way off their standards of last year, not ruling it out, but I look at their midfield, I look at mine. I need us to suffocate them. I think they've got bad defensive habits throughout the team, especially in that defense. I need us to exploit them. I'm not going to act like a hypocrite. I think we've got that. I think football's decided at both ends. The last 2 games, we have showed a clinical edge. That needs to happen against Liverpool. I said it earlier. The FA Cup comes to mind. We didn't kill them in that game, and then we obviously got killed. And if I'm brutally honest, I do think the whole season we've been conceding, quote unquote, some cheap goals to our standards. I think last year and the year before, we was a great defensive team. I think we're good at this moment. Whether we've had Magalhaes, granted he made a mistake, but whether Magalhaes has been there.
What do you make of that? Because I've seen people online, and it's just people are insane. Man.
What Magalhaes' mistake?
Yeah. That's a nothing burger. That was a nothing burger.
Everybody makes mistakes. To watch, obviously, with Magalhaes, it happened at the wrong time. It is a calamitous mistake. You do want to slap him in the back of his head. I don't know if you thought Rice or Zubi was going to be there, or you genuinely thought you could find Timber.
You know, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Either way, you shouldn't have done that. That's the mistakes happen, bro.
Timber was in yards of space. If that ball had gotten into Timber, we were in.
I think he tried to do the movie pass in it. I think you might have got that away with it, but he played with fire and got burnt. But that's my issue. You know
what he didn't realize, even for that Timber ball,
it's a blind pass. But the thing is, what people want to say is Gabriel Magalhaes, like, he has saved us this season and in general more than he's made mistakes. And obviously, that was the first time he's made a bozo mistake. Mistakes happen all over the field. Defensively, they're more critical.
Our most important player, that guy. That is.
And what did he do? Rather than cry like a little bitch, pardon my language, he went and equalized for us. That's what I want to see. Mistakes happen. I've seen Saliba make mistakes this year. Mascara make mistakes. Saka make mistakes. This only is football. I know people don't want to hear this, and this goes for all clubs. Mistakes are made, you know. Man are gonna make mistakes. The only mistake you can make is if you're not playing. So he made it happen, in it. But that's what I mean, because I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, when Magalhaes is back, we're gonna get better defensively." We are. But I've been consistent in this. He was there against City at the Emirates when we conceded a dumb goal. He wasn't alone, but he was there against Newcastle when we conceded an idiot goal. So I do think we need to get back to those standards. We keep conceding them idiot little last minute goals. I want us to have that mentality that this is the Liverpool side of the Manes and the Salahs, and we need to rise to the occasion. And I've spoken to you about this before. Away from home, I think we've been indifferent. Like, I think we can go be better. At the Emirates, we've pulled off some great results this season.
Unbelievable.
Make it difficult for Liverpool. It's as simple as that. Like, Fulham showed some fragilities in that side. So go and ask simple questions and compete. You've got no divine right to beat Liverpool. But what you need to do is put your best foot forward. I do want to win. I'll take a point now because it's not the end of the world. But then at the same time, I don't think I would, you know. I want my 3 points.
My only other beef this season so far, Deluded, is we're not killing off games. Just kill off games.
See what I'm saying?
Make me feel comfortable. Make me feel comfortable the last 15 minutes. That's
Liverpool,
it. That's
have to kill, man.
Have we gotten through a lot and gotten a lot of points? Hell yeah. But, you know, in a lot of cases, I've been holding on to my chair. I don't want to do that. I want to be making that laughing video. You know, that laughing video I do? I want to be making that and tweeting that out at 65 minutes. That's what I want. That's what I want. But that's the one. My one and only criticism is just we're not controlling and killing off games where it might get a little nervy here and there, but we're getting it done. We are getting it done.
Again, I'm going to say this for the 5th time. Everything we've been speaking about, and I make you right. This goes back to what we said. We're not in our final form. We've got a good base. We've got a good foundation. Yeah, I can have a little bitch and a moan about, we should have approached this first half against City better. We shouldn't have, we should have been a bit more proactive in the second half against Liverpool. We should have held on against Sunderland. But at the end of the day, you can't win them all. We've got a good foundation for the first half of the season. It's what we want to do now. There's 5 months left. Put your best foot forward, one step at a time. There's going to be bumps and bruises. I know the boys will keep a heady stead space. I can't say the same for fans and just keep going. But then this is a great question. Go on, Zal, before I ask you.
And I actually have a question for you.
Go ahead, man.
Looking forward, the what's it called is open. The window's open. Because I know what my answer is. I'll tell you my answer. But do you think we do any business this window? Would you like us to do any business? I actually don't. My answer is I don't. I don't want us to do any business.
I don't know about that, not wanting to do business. I don't think we will. The one thing I would say is I think we've got to box smartly with this injury kind of thing. Me and you both know the club. All it takes is some positive diagnosis on a few players. We're not going to act. Bearing in mind, we've always seen that thing that couple man come back, couple man get injured. I do have shades and PTSD of January 2025 and many a January at Arsenal. I think we need to be alert to the situation. I don't think we will. I'm not saying we won't get a little young player or there might be a market opportunity. If you're asking me, like me and you've spoken before, like I think we need to maybe bring in a defender on loan or something. I don't think we're doing that. I don't think we're bringing in a midfielder.
I actually think a midfielder. I think a midfielder. If anything,
I can't see it.
If we can, here's the thing, right? I couldn't see Berta
doing what he did in the summer, so I don't know.
If anything, if we can get a replica for Rice, that's probably the only
engine, if not ability, the engine.
I've been this is not realistic, but I've been a very big fan of Scotty McSauce. If
Scott McTominay, I'll play him up front, bro.
But
that'll be our new striker. That like Marino was a midfielder going up front, Kai's going up front. That boy, I don't know, man. I don't know. I do think there's Serie A tax and whatnot as well, man. Someone in the chat said Elliot Anderson. I think Elliot Anderson's a great player. I think Wharton's the same, but you need 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 million for them.
The English guys.
Whether you think, you think they're worth it or not. And you're definitely not doing that in Jan.
Especially McTominay, because he's in Italy, will be cheaper. The English guy is playing in England.
Yeah, but Napoli are difficult to deal with, you know.
That too. And he's doing well. He's doing well. What's his name? I mean, Osimhen has been stuck there. What's the Kvaratskhelia and
he's gone PSG now. Handsome profit. We even got the Napoli scout with working magic.
Koulibaly's fee too was pretty high when he went to
Koulibaly, Kim Min-jae. The list goes on, man. Napoli know exactly what they're doing, and they probably will sell Scott McTominay and all them guys there back to this very market for a significant sum. I do want to ask this because this is an interesting question, one we can both answer, but I'll let you take the lead, my boy. Although it's unlikely, given how things are going for us, what's the biggest thing you can see derailing our league campaign? I say off the bat, I think ourselves, and I think only Arsenal fans will get that. I think ourselves, I think injuries. And if I'm honest with you, I want to see kind of the positives we're talking about, Zion, this part of the season. I kind of want to see that, and I can't see it till we get there around March, April, because do you remember the year we lost out on the last day of the season and we had that great run? Kai Havertz was a man. That's the only time I feel I've seen us handle business, and I've seen City do that.
24, right?
So that's where I'd stand on it. And I need my players to start pulling their weight, because I think when I remove the romance, and I've given us our flowers, and I just look at the evidence, I am concerned about the injuries. I am concerned about maybe needing to wrap 1-2 players in cotton wool, like Declan Rice, who obviously going into the Bournemouth game, he did well, but we didn't even know he's going to be about. I do still think in the attack, I still only really believe in Saka. I know he's not scoring goals, but he's getting own goals and he's making things happen. Trossard's in great form, and long may it continue. But there's questions I can't answer, which makes me scared and positive, especially if we're just looking at the league. So that's where I'm at. Where are you at?
On the health front, I think he can be a bit more proactive with the in-game stuff. He can be a bit more proactive. Certain people can come. I mean, he's done well. Arteta's done way better than Arteta of the past.
Maybe where he's actually utilized for us a bit more.
There we go. Where he's actually making changes now, but he can be a bit more proactive, because if we go up quick, there's guys there that you can trust to control the game. The Norgards, the Marinos and stuff like that. So get Rice off, get the thing. He's done well. Saka's been resting and all. But I 1000% agree with what you said. It's all us now. I think the injuries thing, the injury bug is now we have a fat enough squad. We have a fat enough squad. So the injury thing, I'm not too worried about. It's now more so, as you said, if he's stupid about the in-game stuff and he gets people injured unnecessarily. And as you said, the whole it's only us that can trip over that hurdle for us. So I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling very good.
And I'd also add on to that, I want to see how Arteta, and this because that's me with the players, like handling those moments. I want to see how Arteta, if we go the way I want to go, where we're all in the competitions, I obviously, like, there's going to be a point in the latter end of the season, we might have a semi-finals, quarterfinals of the Champions League. On Saturday, you have a must-win game where, prior to this week, it was average like we were 2 points ahead of City. I want to know how we navigate that and if we do it. So
it's happening soon. It's after Liverpool. We're in the weeds right now, because we have
this is a big month.
We have the what level are we at for Carabao? Is it quarter now or semis? Quarter final for Carabao. Oh, semis for Carabao. That's that, brother. I expect 4 trophies this year. So we are in the mix. We've got the FA Cup that Portsmouth, with all due respect, but you still have to win that game. You
definitely shouldn't be going out the first.
I want the
hurdle.
I want the Carabao Cup. I think is very, 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 very important for us to lift a trophy. It is very important for us to lift a trophy. If we can lift a trophy before the end of the season, that would be great. So the
Give them a
Carabao
spot.
Cup,
And end of the day, you're in the semi-finals, bro. It don't matter what people think, because I know there's them fans that are like, oh my god, I don't take this seriously. And if we go through, there's more fixtures. I get all of that, but we've got no divine right where
you
we're
have to
at
win.
to discourage trophies. So
We're right there.
these
We
things.
have to win the Carabao Cup. The Champions League, we've put ourselves in a position where we can chill for the last 2 games, which is great. But we also have to finish first in the Champions League, because guess what? Now we get the away second leg all the way through, no matter who it is.
And as we saw
So
last
we have
season,
to
if you're
secure
top of
that.
the champs, you might get shagged and play some big boys. You just don't know
Boom,
how it's gonna go, bro.
boom, boom. So it's, as I said, we are in that period that you're describing. It's going to be that from now until the rest of the season, because also in the Prem, we do have that 6-point gap, but it just doesn't stay that way without you winning. So you have to be winning
And
games.
we've got
We have
many a
to go
difficult
on.
game.
We have to be going on runs right now. We have to go on a run right now. So
We have to. And you know what's
good
mad as
times.
well, yeah? Do you know what's mad as well, Zara? It's like if we look at the Premier League so far, yeah, some of the more tricky games. I know we've obviously drew against City, lost against Liverpool, drew against Sunderland, but it's been the games on paper, like Wolves, for example, that should be a walk in the park. That's been, oh, you know what's going on here, type of thing. So one step at a time, man. So yeah, man. Is a
It's
home leg for you
Liverpool.
an advantage in Europe? For me, it is. For Arsenal, it is
Yeah,
100%,
second leg.
a
Yeah,
million
absolutely,
percent,
1,000%, brother.
a
I've been
million
at
percent.
that. I've been at that Emirates. If I was on the field for that Villa game, the atmosphere for that Villa game, if I was on the field, if we can replicate that kind of thing, if I'm an athlete on the field, that is incredible. Each time you do anything,
Energy levels and that.
for example, the Bournemouth game. What happened when Gabriel conceded the thing? The second, I want to big up the away fans for that. The second we
Arsenal away
conceded
fans
the
always
goal,
on crowd.
sang his name. That was brilliant right there. That was brilliant right there. So it's you need the fans. You need the fans a lot, and it's been. I mean, I've been happy with the atmosphere so far this break, but this is when we as the fans too have to show up. None of
Have
this
to do our
nonsense
part,
of,
man.
bro. People leave.
Because
People
our
are leaving
atmosphere isn't like
early.
that all the time, innit? Like it should be, but it's not.
People are leaving early to go catch the train. When you come to the football, you're there for football. Why are you leaving early? The game ends at 10. You factor that into whatever plans that you have, that you will be walking out of that stadium 10:30, 10:45 kind of thing is when you'll be hitting your train or whatever. But people are trying to beat the rush and all that. Stay there, cheer the team. These guys, the stadium, each time we win, the stadium, every single Arsenal fan that went to the game should still be in their seats to clap every single one of those players until the last one goes to the tunnel, and then you leave, because they deserve that. They deserve that. They've been they put us number one Champions League so far. They put us number one in the Premier League so far. We're still in all the competitions. Just back them. You gotta back them hard.
All we can do is back. All we can do is back the boys. I don't want to forget these things, though. Yeah, people, get your last questions in because I'm aware of time. Yeah, but I don't want to forget these things with Zara. Yeah, let me share my screen. Obviously, we ain't spoken about this guy, innit? Well, I said his name. I think he's been one of our best players this season. He's been announced as player of the month, yeah? What do you make of Trossard this season? And I want to ask you one thing. In fact, before I ask you what you make of him this season, in the summer, would you
go ahead.
would you
So I
have
can
sold him for 35 million? So
Absolutely not.
it's the first part of the question. Would you have sold him for 35 million?
Absolutely not. I will show you what I. Oh, where is it? Where is it? I'll show you what I think of this. There's only one thing I bought this trip in the actual club store. This is what I think of him this season.
Put Trossard on the back and big up Trossard. But
that's what I think of him.
Saka and them, man. There.
He has been unbelievable player in terms of bang for buck, bro. I am struggling. I'm thinking
modern day Freddie Ljungberg for us.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to exactly. I'm thinking back to that era. I'm thinking guys that you didn't think will make an impact when we bought them, and they actually do make an impact. I'm thinking guys like Silva and Waltord. I'm thinking I think he might, when it's all said and done, for me right now so far in my Arsenal watching, I've been an Arsenal fan since 1995. I mean, of course, the earlier years are getting a bit murky, and all, but it feels like in terms of impact, in bang for buck, impact wise, if we actually get over the hurdle this season, it would be hard. It would be hard to argue against the fact that he's impactful. Came in for what? What did we get him for? 20 something?
Yeah, especially when we only got him because we couldn't get Mudryk. Thank the Lord. I think it's Mudryk's birthday today as well.
Second choice guy. We wouldn't expect this, and he's been winning us games. all he does is win us games, which is
The guy
incredible.
deserves
He's
his flowers, man. And you know
Yep.
what? He's probably been bad news for Eze because I think obviously Odegaard's Arteta's guy. I think Eze would have got maybe more minutes off the left, but you cannot drop Trossard. Like, you can't drop him. Like, he's made that left-hand side his own. But then let me ask you this.
Martinelli too.
Martinelli as well. Martinelli as well. Let me ask
winning
you
us
this.
games too.
Let me ask you this, though. Obviously, let's assume Trossard's form continues from now till May, yeah? You get 35, 40 million pound offer on a man contracted until 2027. Do you sell him next season, like next summer?
Yeah.
Fair.
Realist,
fair.
he's age 30, he's 31, 32. I thought his contract was up this summer. He's got one more year on it.
It's a bit weird because you know what? The tabloids, I remember in
He
the
got a
summer,
raise.
the tabloids were saying he's
extension. He got a
contracted until
raise.
2026. Then it came out 2027. Then he signed an improved contract in terms of P's and money and that, but not length. A bit like David Raya's, really. There's even talk. Oh well, we'll get into that. So that's us on Trossard. Yeah,
he's getting a raise.
Yeah. Trossard's already got it. Trossard and Raya already got it.
I'm saying Raya.
Raya already got it.
Which, if anyone knows Arteta, I mean, how many? That's his favorite position to change around and buy. I mean, that's his most purchased position. 12. How many goalkeepers have we had? 12, 13. He's bought like 12, 13.
What? Matt Ryan, Kepa,
Matt Ryan, Renasson,
Matt Ryan, Kepa, Ramsdale.
He managed. He
gave Martin
Emmy and Leno too. Add Emmy and Leno to that.
Yeah, but Leno was here. To be fair, he used Leno.
No, but those are the goalkeepers. Those are the goalkeepers that were there.
You are right. I feel like Runnerson. Oh my gosh, everybody deserves a slap for that. From Arteta to the recruitment staff, that was crazy. Like, nobody thought that was a bad idea. We can laugh about it now, but bloody hell.
If it wasn't for Barcelona, Raya would be gone this season. Raya would be gone. It'll be Garcia and Gates.
Do you know what? Yeah, I do wonder how if we got Garcia, if that would have affected other stuff, because that would have been a lot of money. And you're right, that would have been another eventually between Raya and obviously Garcia. Somebody's got to be the number one. Arteta is a madman because of the very fact that big him up, the very fact that he attempted to have Garcia, he's a quality keeper in his own right, and Raya. When it comes to that defensive third, he's a madman. When he's in midfield, he knows what he's doing. You see, Arteta, if you could just, I don't know what it is, but just get this attack doing what they're doing. We're needing to do what they're doing. We're laughing. Matt Turner as well, which completely forgot about Turner. Big up KJ for that one. I wonder where he's at now.
It's been like 10, 11 keepers.
Crazy, isn't it? What do you make of this? Because we've been talking about contracts.
I actually didn't know. This
if
is
anybody's
breaking news
been
to
living
me.
under a rock here, Arsenal are in discussions with Kai Havertz regarding
this is breaking news to me.
It's a proposed one-year deal. What do you make of that? Are you for it? Are you against it? What do you make of the fact that it's a one-year deal as well? Like, essentially a one-year extension from 2028 to 2029.
So this tells me he's Arteta's favorite player. So the salary part, that's where I'm very. If there is a salary increase, fire whoever the business people are. We cannot be rewarding a guy to be rehabbing it's unfortunate the circumstances, but again, you have to be. We can't.
Someone say he's a key player at Arsenal, potentially our first striker.
Brother, key player. When was the last time the key player played?
He's been injured. Like, when he's fully fit, you know he's playing instead of Gyökeres. Unless Gyökeres back, we knew Gyökeres and Eze, you man have to do a badness. Or
when he's fully fit, I don't know the Havertz that is coming back. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I personally would have delayed and tried to see a little bit. Of course, you have to kind of. So I think it's more of a value preservation. He was a big financial outlay to get him. We've invested a lot in him in salary. So you at least at the end of him, they're trying to see if they can now leverage he's a
but don't that make it hard
and get a little piece of that.
We bought him for what, 65? We're probably not going to get we're not going to get anywhere near that. I know Chelsea took a 5 million loss on him, but he won them the Champions League. They might just call it quits there. Like, realistically, what would we be getting for Kai? And I must admit, I think Kai Havertz is one where I think I want to pick my words wisely, but I think it's Berta versus Arteta. And what I mean by that is, obviously, in an ideal world, Kai would be a squad player, respectfully. Obviously, if you earn your spot like Trossard and lock down the spot like you have before, it's great, innit? But in an ideal world, midfield is locked off. Gyökeres is firing. Kai, you kind of get where you're getting. Arteta adores him. They love him, etc. Berta might be looking at it as, cool, I like Kai, but he's on a 200 odd grand a week. We might be able to get someone that can do this for significantly less. Gabriel Jesus' form, if Gabriel Jesus goes through a madness, we'll have that conversation about keeping him.
That's another 200. That's another
400, close to 500,000 a week, gone if it gets patented.
I personally, these guys that are injury prone. I mean, I've seen enough of him. The
That's the, would
injury
you
prone
do?
guys.
That's the, you'd call Kai injury prone.
Yeah,
That's not fair, Zah, man. I
it,
can't lie. That's not
it
fair.
is.
He's had 2 big injuries in 2020. All right, would you call Gabriel Magalhaes then? Because
Yes.
by that logic, you have to. You
Yes,
have to.
yes,
If you're
yes,
calling
yes,
Kai injury prone,
yes,
then Magalhaes
yes.
is then.
I was processing. Yeah, him too. But
Man.
he's been unfortunate that they've been big injuries. It's just we
What about
can't.
2 big in? That's not injury prone, man.
Deluded. You can't give a raise though. So I'm okay. Extend this contract. I'm okay. We're
I
winning.
personally
We're
think he's
winning.
gonna
I'm
get a
okay.
raise.
But you can't give a. That makes it even more difficult. What precedence does that set, man? What precedence does that set? He hasn't. You know, it's. Does he deserve a raise? That's the thing. I like him. So I'm not gonna moan about
Got
this.
married. He's settled here as well. I reckon
He wants to stay in London. He wants to stay in London. That's fine. If we're winning, that's perfectly fine.
And even if like you're Zah, like who's gonna buy him realistically? Like,
that too. Yeah, that too.
I think he's rated in football way more than fans give him a thing. But I can't see buying forward him with no bread for him. The other Europe Elite, forget it.
Very smart player. Okay, so the more I think of it, actually, is it a smart play? I guess time will tell. Do I support this move? Yeah.
I wouldn't extend his deal anytime soon, personally. But I
would have waited. That's what I initially
rush
said. But if Arteta wants to extend him, I can see why.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's Arteta versus Berta. I think Berta might be on a wait and see thing. Arteta, this is my guy. Because Berta might say resale value as well. Protect
Havertz is unfortunate. If I'm Arteta, I'm thinking, honestly, this guy is a good player. I just haven't been able to, because he's been unlucky. I haven't been able to get the best out of him. So can I maybe try squeeze a little bit of juice out of him the next couple years? He's a different kind of player. He will add a different element to the thing. It's like having a new. It's like we're landing a new signing. Literally, you know, back in the day when we used to say that. Wenger's words. Yeah, that's it. It's like now we're getting a guy that's a little bit different. Now we have 3 strikers that are completely that are different kind of guys.
I don't want to take the smile off your face, yeah, but there's been rumors that Calafiori's not going to be back until mid-Jan. What are you saying for that?
You see, this is now the BS that's starting. I mean, I'm not going to panic yet because Skelly, that's the position that we put ourselves in. That's a position. Another guy that's just come in, completely different league, that's a guy I love. Front foot defender, gets stuck in. He reminds me of a young Gabriel Magalhaes.
I do prefer him at left back at the moment than left centre half in Capia. I must admit.
I think I'm the other way around. I prefer him at left centre back. Pair him with the ball playing a more chilled one like Saliba, the one that will cover. Let him be the front foot. Let him be the front foot guy that gets stuck in, and boom, he's done very well. So that would have worried me a season ago, 2 seasons ago, but we've got 2 very capable guys that I
honestly, Callum's done well not to get injured, to stay fit up until this point. To be fair with him,
he's another one that's good. But bro, we're now with the squad depth stuff. Doesn't worry me too much. As long as it stays this way, doesn't worry me too much. But knowing our luck, I saw this almost gave me a heart attack. I doesn't worry me too much until it worries me. I just didn't see it coming. What's that telling you?
If I'm honest,
does that telling me? What's that telling you, Deluded? Because what that's telling me is
Ben White stays on number.
I was about to say, are we cashing in on Ben White?
And it'd be sad. I'd want to keep Ben, but I think Ben would say, "Yo, I want to go play football or whatever." Mm-hmm. I just can't see this happening. Too much dominoes need to fall for us to get Liverpool.
Yeah. We have to sell first before we do anything. That's
he's gonna cost peas, bro. Like Newcastle gonna make it difficult.
Young, and in league guy. Do I like him as a player? Yeah. Does it seem feasible for this window? Absolutely not.
And even that, like I'm not one to necessarily believe rumors. I'm all for, asking you what you feel of it, offering my thoughts, asking the chat, smash the like button and all of those good things, yeah. But the one thing I would say is I think we're linked with primarily left backs, but we're linked with a lot of fullbacks. Now, granted, for obvious reasons, we bring in a lot of defenders. It could be because of that. But I just think when we're linked with a lot of a certain sort of position, I do take a bit of stock and think, maybe not, if not necessarily now, is that something to do in the summer? But time will tell. For me, I'd love Livramento. He's English, can play left back, right back. Should have got him at Southampton. but
it helps us
big money.
with the homegrown stuff. That's a
Yeah,
player, the homegrown
big money
registration
though,
stuff.
man. Big
That's the
money.
problem. Very young player, good player. This is all fake news. This is
I gotta
them.
ask you, like, we've been linked with Arda Güler and Rodrigo. Like, any hope of
I,
that in January?
I saw that. I saw the Rodrigo thing. Do we need it? No. I think what Madrid is trying to do is cash in on Madrid. And guess who? Guess who? The thing is, we're great because Arsenal just says we don't answer questions. That's the best kind of person to pin a rumor on is somebody that's not going to fight it. We don't fight nothing. So that's how you drive up prices.
Yeah.
That's how you drive up the price. You just say Arsenal's interested. Then maybe someone that needs a left winger might move.
And he's finally started playing some football because you could, like, obviously, if I put my mind in Rodrigo, put myself in Rodrigo's shoes, yeah, you wanted to stay at Madrid, you wanted to fight, you knew it was going to take a minute in this season. It feels like you're finally getting an opportunity, you're scoring, and now you're being linked with a move in January where whether you rate him or not, a lot of players of all clubs, managers might be reluctant to let them go. In the ideal world, nobody wants to buy or sell people in January. So this is probably a summer thing, if anything. But
yeah,
I'm at the point, Rodrigo, if you're not signing for Arsenal, I don't really care for you. That's why I was happy to ask you that. We have been linked with Brahim Diaz and obviously Arda Güler, but it's easy to link us with these Madrid dons.
Yeah. They're trying to get them somewhere. They're trying to get them somewhere because they're not playing in. Well, others playing now, but I saw Endrick is out. He's now Lyon
now, isn't it? On loan.
So the Madrid stuff, I'm not really gonna read too much into it because these Madrid wants to get Madrid prices. Now here's one of the biggest idiots. That's another thing that I'm noticing here, bro.
Take it away, man.
I can't.
He said this in 2024 and he's been doubling down, and you see comments like now. But take it away, Zara.
I can't wait to get back to America Deluded. I never thought I would ever hear myself say these words. I can't wait to get back to America because on here in the UK on Sky, they employ some of the dumbest idiots.
Welcome to our lives, man.
To talk about football. I cannot believe what I've been hearing on that TV. And the problem is, these idiots on here. Now I love the Deluded crew, but I'm saying the people online. I love the DG. What do you call the
DG Nation?
There it is, the DG Nation. People, I love you and all that. But like people online, just because he played and what's it called? He played for Manchester United. All of a sudden, his football opinion comes. Me, I don't care. You could have been the greatest player whatsoever, my friend. My eyes don't deceive me. I've been watching football since '95. I don't care whether I played or not. This guy is an idiot. How can you think Arteta's going to leave his job at Arsenal to stay United? If Arteta does that,
and you know what as well, Zara, as well.
If Arteta does that, he's an even bigger idiot than Rio Ferdinand.
Exactly. And do you know what's mad? Yeah, cool. Man United, biggest club in the land. For what it's worth, I don't think Arteta's going there. But if they called him, Man United is a club that even if you're not going to go, you do pick up the phone and respond. Yeah, you can talk about where Man United and United way and Arsenal and this and that. Look at forget the football team at the moment, like the guys going out on the pitch. Everybody's singing from the same hymn sheet at Arsenal. That is not being said at Manchester United. You're hearing whether Amorim was the good or not. Wilcox, Amorim, they're going at it. Omar, Barada, question marks over the ownership. That's not at Arsenal. Many managers that have been at Man United with way more clout at the time of being there, and still, to be fair, Jose, Van Gaal, haven't always got what they wanted or haven't always sung from the same hymn sheet. And as a manager, you're a fool guy. It's not going to happen. The one thing I would say, Zara, is Rio knows he's chatting shit. These guys know they're chatting shit. We're in the era of, like, going to what Boy said, it's click farming. They know that we're not going to ignore this. We're going to buy it. They go and look at it. Because you work at Barstool. You see the, and I've got a YouTube channel.
I know.
We see the back burners and it's in the green and, algorithm and whatnot. This is what they want, bro. So they're always going to just chat nonsense, bro. Nonsense.
So this Arteta would be the dumbest person on the planet to leave his perfect.
Definitely not now. Maybe when it looked like he could have got sacked, he might have entertained it. But now,
but even then, But even then, that was us screaming that. There was no point. There was no point that Arteta's job was on the line. That was us on the outside saying that. There has been no point in his entire Arsenal career has this guy been under fire from the people that actually matter, the Kroenke family. Absolutely no point in his career. This guy was told, you are the guy, you have time, we will support you, and that's what's happened.
And that's it. What do you make of being linked with Ruben Neves? We've been linked with Ruben Neves. Would you have him? Do you buy it?
I love him as a player. I don't know where he's at now. He's in the Middle
In
East. I
Saudi
love him as a
still.
player. Does he still have it? I loved him when he was at Wolves. I loved him when he was. I loved him even more when he was at Porto. I thought he was the wonder kid.
Got
He was
mean
the
free
wonder
kick
kid
on
for
him and
that
that.
for that generation. I love how technical he is. He would be great as a holding midfielder. He would be honestly great as a. I'll take him.
Him, Rice, flipping Zubimendi, and obviously the Marinos, the Kais, even Wanyeri, Eze, just the option of if need be mixing and blending. I think that would tie us over. I don't buy it because it just feels like he wants to come back to Europe. It feels like well, I'm sure his
Because
agents
he went there
Mendes.
young.
It's nonsense. Yeah, and like you just said a few moments ago, yeah, that we don't come out, no club does, but we don't come out and quash these rumors in it. So it's
So you can
it's
just
free
say
kind
what
of
you
clout.
want.
It's jarring,
Just to
man.
just to answer Rob, the killing off games. Killing off games is my number one concern. My number one concern, which is what I haven't. So we're a good team, but we haven't been killing off games. That's my number one concern going forward. If we can do that, then I have zero concerns.
What do you make of this? That's your opinions. Are mine is Josh told him this summer he has to win after we told him you got 300 million to spend. You better win something. I think he put the pressure on.
I
But even
don't
if he
I
said that,
don't
that
think
doesn't mean you're
I
gonna get
actually
sacked if you don't
I
deliver.
actually don't think Johnny. I mean, of course, I don't know Cronky personally, but with all due respect, I actually don't think Josh said that. So from what I've seen from that family being in America, how they manage their sports teams, I mean, the Colorado stinks, but I don't know how they deal with their thingies. I mean, they're stable. They're guys that want stability. They're guys that want stability. And with the Cronkies, again, he
they've
said
got
it
their guy.
when he bought Arsenal. He said it when he bought Arsenal. His number one concern actually isn't lifting trophies. His number one concern is the balance sheet. And guess who's good? Guess who's good for the balance sheet? This guy, Mikel Arteta.
And Andrea Berta. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
that Arteta hasn't got internal pressure that he's putting himself and he doesn't want to deliver. The man always
yeah,
says it. The players say it.
yeah.
We've
He
never quite
for
been
his
that club that wants to dominate. I hope we can, but I don't think it'd be from the owners. And to be fair with you, I'll be real, yeah. Even if Cronky, and I know Josh is here doing his thing, but it's his dad's club, and it's our club, but it's his dad's club. I'll be honest. Even if they don't have ambitions to, chase the impossible dream of putting us on par with Real Madrid and all them kind of things there, I don't really think it's relevant because when I accept you for what you are, as soon as you've started to take full ownership of the club, and you know me and you have done vids, I've been clunky out doing all of this sort
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
Since you've taken full ownership, you've backed Arteta, you've put money in, you've finally brought Berta and all of these kind of competent individuals. The squad has been assembled, and you are the owner of the company in it. So you've indirectly been responsible. I think we can win
It's
stuff. I don't care about the ownership again right now. I think
it,
Josh
it
cares a
seems
bit more than his dad.
it seems like we're finally catching up, but what we were paying for were their crimes from 2007 to 2018.
Mm.
That's when we didn't move at all. We moved backwards while other teams were moving
But
forwards.
even
But
that, looking back in
it
hindsight, you're
seems
not
like we're
wrong, though.
catching
But
up.
they weren't full owners because I'm
Yeah,
with you with that. When I
that's
look
why.
back,
That's why.
it was
Bro,
Usmanov versus him in it.
that's what I'm saying. People forget that we had a hostile. It was a hostile situation in our boardroom.
Mm.
Usmanov wanted to take over the club the same time Kroenke wanted to do it, and it was all right. This board members on this person's side, this board members on that person's side. Who do I sell my shares to, and all that nonsense for years
So
and years. Just
who blinked
while was
first?
while was stagnant. But once we got that figured out, I mean, it's been tough. It's been tough because we as fans we demand immediate satisfaction, but you gotta hurt to catch up to what you've missed out on. Because
And
guess
let's
what?
be real,
Other
Dave.
other,
Back
other clubs were moving forward. When we were moving backwards, other clubs were moving forward. So you have to catch up with those guys.
And even if I keep it true, like they got Arteta when, yeah, cool, you was working with Pep, and they were saying you're going to be a manager in your own right. Took over under Wenger. They've given you two new deals, even one that's made you one of the highest paid. You've spent crazy amounts of money. You've got to win the player battles. I can't have energy for the Cronkies. Now, obviously, if they were
Yeah.
to persist with Arteta, we're not getting over the line. They've backed Donny. And not even that. They've put people in place because Bert has been doing what he's doing. I don't want to hear none of that no more. Like, I'm not going to be. I think the Cronky out thing is dead right now. If we don't win
Yeah.
the league, I think it's dead. I know you're
Yeah.
pressed for time, yeah. So this is my last question for you. Big
Yeah.
up LSG_05. Big up yourself, my boy. How do you rate squad management from Tete this season? 1 out of 5. So I assume 5 is the best, 1 is the worst.
I'd go 3.5. I think he could have done a bit better. I could have with his in-game stuff, his in-game squad management. There's there's certain situations where he could have done a bit better. I mean, there's been ample opportunities that have been been provided where I thought that, oh, okay, swap this around, try this other guy who's also been playing well.
3.5.
So you have like a Skelly, who's playing well, then all of a sudden, goes away for a little bit. He's a young kid, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'll give him a 3.5. So in game, injuries front.
He's done a lot of positives in terms of in-game management, especially in the second half. I have to mark down.
He's gotten better
away and see at home.
He's gotten better, bro. I mean, Saka. Did you ever think that Saka would sit on the bench and would be fine?
No. I thought Saka genuinely would start against Bournemouth. But what do I know?
If I see Madueke in Liverpool, the Liverpool game, I'm chilling. I don't care who's on that right side.
I hear it.
I don't care who's on that right side. It could be Saka. It could be Madueke. There's no level drop this season, bro. It's crazy.
Big up Noni, but I need to see Saka still. I think Saka's got something for Liverpool, man.
You're a tribalist.
And Alisson comes to mind.
You're a tribalist, deluded. That's a problem.
I am. I'll be honest. I think people are doing too much about Saka. I think it's just because he's not scoring goals. I genuinely don't believe you can be watching right now and say Saka dead. I'm a Saka apologist. We've all there. Saka could do no wrong. That's my winger.
He's our Marcus Rashford. I mean, the microscope is always going to be on him.
Exactly.
Good games will be overinflated. Bad games will be overinflated. So
this is it. And you know what? I genuinely feel. I think some of Saka's best games. Obviously, he scored goals, but some of his best games this season, like Fulham away, comes to mind. There's not been goals or assists.
Yeah.
So people are not gonna remember that, or even against City at the Emirates, people are not gonna be remembering that type of thing
because we're GA merchants nowadays.
Exactly. Unfortunately, Lynch, finally to answer your question, I don't think Eze. I think Eze will play a part, but I don't think he'll start.
He won't start.
Yeah.
I think he'll start. I think he'll start Portsmouth. He'll start Portsmouth, not Liverpool.
Yeah, Portsmouth is the Wanyeris, the Jesuses, the Ezes.
I don't even think Nwaneri is going to start Portsmouth. Is going to start.
I think if you don't, then you do need to go on London.
He'll be in the squad. He'll be on the bench, but I don't.
Surely, how can you not play against Portsmouth?
He'll start the Champions. Nwaneri will play the Champions League game.
What? Madueke? No, because my thing is what? Madueke, maybe Havertz, but Madueke, Jesus, Martinelli, Wanyery,
we have players. We have senior players to him. That ain't even starting.
You're right, and this is the reality. Yeah. You know what?
We have more senior players. Nwaneri won't start Portsmouth. I think he'll start the Champions League. I could be wrong with the Portsmouth thing, but
don't know what.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised. Let me change my words. I wouldn't be surprised if Nwaneri doesn't start Portsmouth.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't surprised that he didn't start against Crystal Palace, but end of the day, it goes back to what you said at the start of this. It's like everybody's feelings come second, the collective. As long as we're navigating these tournaments and we're doing what needs to be done, Arteta, I can say, exactly. I can say, Eze needs to play more. I want to see a bit more of Wanyery. But if you're winning games doing what you're doing, that's secondary. If it goes to the flip side, then we've got issues in it. So it is what it is.
I hate to do this, Deluded.
No, we're cutting now.
I got a bolt. As you can see, I've got a turtleneck. I got a turtleneck on. I mean, I'm going out to dinner. My niece is texting me right now saying,
we need to get him out of there. I don't want to get you in trouble. Sorry, niece.
DG Nation, I'm sorry. When I'm back in Chicago, we can go on.
We'll be here, man. Let people know they can find you before you bust out, man.
Bro, at the Midget Zimbo. Check out my TikTok and Instagram. That's where I'm messing around on this, man. But it's been good as always. DG Nation, you guys are my favorite.
It's always a pleasure.
You're my guy, man. I've got time for you all day, every day.
Likewise.
Man. Always. Thank you for having me on your channel, man. It's been great, man.
No worries, man. We're gonna let Zar get out of here. People, follow Zar in the description. It's been a fantastic show. Come on, you Gunners. Antonio, I don't think Wanyery's going anywhere, but we're gonna get out of here, man.
We gave him a big pay raise. We gave him a big pay raise. 80K. We gave him a big case. He ain't going nowhere.
He's laughing. As an 18-year-old, he can take all the girls he wants on a date, man. Zar, get out of here, man. We'll be here too much. Get out of here. Go enjoy dinner time in the United Kingdom, man. Chat. Big up yourselves. We're out. Safe.
You take it easy, bro.
Come on. Big up yourself, man. Smash. Chat, man. Big up the people. Big up the members, the mods, the supporters, the silent viewers. We're trying to get 75k subs, man. Come on, man. You can do that in 2026. Dave.